See, I put my trust in a whole lot of things as a young Christian, only to be let down time and time again. So let me tell you about one of my perceived full stops in my life. Prior to coming down to the coast here, I was working for an international organisation. I was loving life, I was thriving, and I was flourishing. There was lots of travel involved, which just ticked all my boxes, and I was just having a great time in my perceived career, if you will. And then the organisation went through quite a rocky time, and there were quite a lot of layoffs and setbacks and a lot of restructuring. And what had actually happened was, at the end of the day, I became the sole employee in that organisation, only accountable to a board member that was in another state. And I just started to get vision for this organisation. I thought how we could restructure, how we could see our way through things. I was feeling really confident. I was doing the job. I'd done that job solo for 18 months. And then things changed again, and things started to take an upturn. And life was getting good again. There was a confidence starting to build again. And the board at the time thought, it's time that we need a CEO to focus this organisation. And I thought, I will apply. I have vision for this thing. I've done this thing. I've got this. Only to be told, actually, we're really sorry, but we need a male to run. I'm like, are you serious? This was way before the whole equality thing was really in its force. And for me, it was this great big full stop. It was a vote of no confidence from the board. Even though I had done the job, it's a no from us, sorry. I was devastated. I was shattered. I was gutted. It was the end for me. I was done. I'm like, there is no hope. There is no progression. Where to from here? But do you know what? Even though I felt the door was slammed shut in my face, when I look back now, I realised that it wasn't a full stop. It was just a pause for the greater things that were yet to come. Because see, if I would have stayed in that organisation, we probably wouldn't have ever embarked on a journey to relocate to the Gold Coast and take over the leadership of this incredible church, our church. A church where we together rethought how church would be. How we could think that we could create a church that would be for the unchurched, a church where people would come together and make disciples, who would in turn make disciples, who would create a beautiful environment for people to come and feel that they belong, regardless of where they are on their spiritual journey. I wouldn't have had an opportunity to work at an incredible school called Hillcrest Christian College, who at the moment I'm working in the most incredible team, that the type of people that you just can't wait to get to work because they're not just colleagues, they're family. It's just amazing. I would have missed out on all of that to serve Jesus in that environment. And out of that, I wouldn't have had the opportunity that came only a couple of months ago to actually reignite a dream from that said organisation that said, it's a no from me. But you know what? It wasn't a full stop. It was just a pause. Life is not a series of full stops, but commas that pause and position us to experience God's presence and power in our lives. So what about you? Do you have a story like that? I'm sure many of you do. Where have you settled for what appears to be a full stop when it's really just a comma? A chance for God to position you for the greater things that are yet to come.